Shalom from Israel. Today we're going to walk the land of Israel, biblical cities, and our focus is city of Geth. There are so many stories in the Bible. Probably I couldn't cover everything, but let's see and read the Bible and see the history that come into life when we walk the land of Israel. I'm standing on the ancient ruins of biblical city of Geth, city known because of Goliath and King David who killed Goliath. But do you know that David actually ran from Saul, came here to the city of Geth, and he settled here and lived here. And many stories happened right here in Geth. And here I hold the handle of the jar of clay from the King David time. It's amazing, but Bible and history come into pass, and let's study the Bible. Welcome to biblical city of Gath, in English, Geth. Behind me, you see the hill, and on the top of the hill was a biblical city. We know that one of the inhabitants of the city was Goliath. He was a giant, 6 fingers, very tall, and Bible said that he was descendant of Rephaim, the giants who used to live in the land. So right here, there were giants in this city. And not long ago, archaeologists found proof that Goliath lived here. They found jar of clay with the name Gath in Hebrew, meaning Geth. So this property belonged to biblical Goliath. So interesting, but this is big and influential city. There is many verses in the Bible, in the prophets, speaking about greatness of this city, and even speaking to the people of Israel. Go and see the size of its fields and its power. That was very significant and big city. And going into the city to see and to discover what happened here in the past. Let's go. Inhabitants of city of Geth, they look like that. We know from many historical sources, evidence from Egypt, evidence from Middle East and the Greek islands. We know the Philistines look like that. That's where their fashion, that's where their weapons. We actually know a lot about them from the Bible and from the history. So if we would come here about 3,000 years ago, that's the guys who we would face. They lived in this city, they've been working with Israel, they've been fighting with Israel, they did business, but also they did war and caused lots of problems. But let's study more about these people, because Bible said, you Philistines, people of Crete, they came to Israel from the island of Crete. At the foundations of biblical city of Geth, we see different caves and storages and places where they grow pigeons. I, with my team, been having a very long and very difficult hike. We're tired and it's getting dark, but view is amazing. So the city really was observation point. From here you can see many cities of Judah and all the way to the Mediterranean Sea and Hebron on the other side. But 1 King chapter 21 says, when King David came here to seek refuge, he was brought to the king, and people started to say, listen, wait a minute, is it the King David, assistant of Saul, or King Saul, who conquered Goliath? And they brought him to the king of the city of Geth. Approaching King David, when he wanted to talk with David, David started to behave in a different way because he heard the conversations, he had scared, and he started to make himself as crazy. He looked like crazy, and he was behaving like crazy. He was painting on the doors, and then King of Geth said, why you brought this dumb man? And from here, King David ran away from Geth, but soon he's going to be back, and let's read about that. In the time of distress, when David was scared, he didn't know what to do. He found the solution. He was making himself crazy and fool. Interesting, when fear comes and people hear that can kill us, I don't know how other people can behave. But the good lesson of this story, God forgave David. even though he didn't really act as a hero, he didn't stand his ground, but we see God continue to bless him. And it's a reminder for us, even if we fell from the road, if we do something wrong, we always came back to Yeshua, to Jesus, to repent and to receive forgiveness. And we see the hand of God will continue to be over King David.